Hi, everybody. My name is Quinsee Beach, and we are here on set at the Venture Science podcast produced by LabX Ventures. We're here at the beautiful Renaissance Hotel in Newport Beach, California, at the Global Capital Network event. I am here with Cleve Adams, a serial entrepreneur and a well-known friend of our owner here at LabX Ventures. Cleve, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for the invitation. I'm very surprised.
Are you? Well, you shouldn't be.
I didn't expect to come and sit in a chair within a podcast. Well, I was going to go just kind of go around to the Global Capital Network and hear the presentations and meet some people.
Right. Well, we have the founder and the kingpin of SaaS here sitting in this chair next to me. So I can't not interview you and ask you about your serial entrepreneurial life. So tell me a little bit.
That's funny. I don't know if I'm the founder or the kingpin.
In the Southern California area.
Called the Godfather of SaaS.
Oh, I like the Godfather. There we go.
Yeah. So it all came down to that one of the first companies that I helped start, didn't start it completely on my own. So a co-starter.
Mm-hmm.
It eventually ended up to be the first SaaS company.
Amazing.
So in 1997, we started a company called WebSense, which was the first cybersecurity unicorn ever.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And we took it from two guys and a dog and a plastic table to $1 billion IPO in March of 2000. And then eventually sold the company to Raytheon for $2 billion. So
amazing.
Not a bad startup.
I mean, it's just a little one, right? Yeah.
Just a little one, right?
A little one to get going, a little unicorn.
But little did we know that we were the first cybersecurity unicorn, because obviously there wasn't cybersecurity then. Right? It was just security.
Mm-hmm.
Now they call it cyber security.
Yeah.
Just security software. And we partnered with other security software vendors like
what do you guys do?
Microsoft and Cisco and Checkpoint. And those kind of guys that were around in those days. John McAfee.
Amazing.
Yeah, and me.
Yeah.
I was kind of the front man for the company because the other guy that founded the company was kind of an internal guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was a mild-mannered reporter, so he didn't get out much. So I'm the one that got out and orchestrated the band, right? I was a singer.
Yeah.
And so little did we know at the time, WebSense was the first SaaS company as well, because it was the first company that you had to subscribe to our service per user per month. And but major corporations did it. But in the day that we did it, they didn't have cybersecurity and they didn't have SaaS.
Right.
So we developed into a SaaS company. Right?
That's great.
Yeah. So I was given the name by Nolan Bushnell, which is the Godfather of Silicon Valley. So when I introduced him as the Godfather of Silicon Valley in one of the conferences we were at, he introduced me as the Godfather of SaaS.
Oh, that's perfect.
Where that came from.
I love that. Okay.
So Nolan Bushnell, as you know, is the guy that founded Atari.
Yes.
That gave Steve Jobs his first job.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Steve Jobs, his first job went to work for Nolan at Atari. Pretty fun.
That is great.
Anyway, so that's how I started out. And then I started a consulting firm to help other entrepreneurs.
Wonderful.
What do you need? I need money. I need people. And I need accounts.
Right.
So those are the three things that startups all needed, no matter what kind of a startup they were.
So you must see a huge value in LabX Ventures and what he's doing here.
I see a great value in LabX. I've known Chip for years.
Wonderful.
We get along well. I think what these guys are doing is fantastic. Kind of changes the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the things that I've done, as well as changing it up a little bit. Now I focus on artificial intelligence.
Wonderful.
Been in cybersecurity forever. I've helped develop, build, and sell two artificial intelligence companies, and I'm working on a third.
That's fantastic. Would you like to speak about that? What's the company?
The company that I'm working with today is called ILS.
Okay.
And we're here in Irvine. We have a real unique technology because we are the company that's bringing artificial intelligence to the legal industry.
Interesting.
So if you think about it, the legal industry needs a lot of help,
Absolutely.
especially with technology. Because if you have a large case, you've seen the movies in the past, you ask for discovery and the defense sends you over a truckload of boxes. Right?
Yeah, buries you in paperwork.
150 boxes. So you say, oh my God, now I have to go through these 150 boxes of documents. So, but now it's all digitized. So instead of delivering 150 boxes of documents, they deliver you a thumb drive.
Interesting.
With a terabyte of information.
Yeah.
Or multiple, or maybe multiple thumb drives, or maybe even disk drives with terabytes of information. So, okay, now I've got all this digital information.
Right.
What do I do?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot to dig through, not just, thinking about all those old boxes down this now. Yeah.
For.
Absolutely.
You have to search what you need in this, really haystack of data.
Yeah. Your company is assisting to
needle
exactly
in the haystack.
Yes. Yeah. So your company is assisting to be able to take all of that data and make it digestible and
we
make sense of it.
We bring in the data.
Yes.
Right. So we get all the data from drives and thumb drives and however, and then we host the data to the law firm. And mainly we're looking at mass torts or class action lawsuits.
Okay.
A good one right now would be the opioid crisis.
Sure.
That would be a big mass tort where a lot of people were hurt because of
fentanyl and all the other drugs.
Pharma decided to come up with an opioid addictive drug. And so that was one of the big mass torts that we participated in. And so what we did is we gathered all the data, we hosted all the data for the law firms that needed. Then we helped them search for the data. Then we helped them discover what they needed. And then we did digital forensics on the data.
Wow.
Give me the phrases and words and all the information that I need is pertinent to my part of the lawsuit.
Makes sense.
It goes on and on and on, right?
Sure.
Data engineering.
Yeah.
Litigation consulting, all to help the legal industry. So
I'm sure
we focus on the plaintiffs.
Okay.
So if you're the guy, you and I are attorneys, right?
Yeah.
So we, LA wildfires. We find out that Southern California Edison could be responsible for the LA wildfires.
Correct.
So we file a lawsuit, and we have 1,000 people that are backing us up because they all had their house burned.
Right.
And so, but the problem is that Southern California Edison's what? $100 billion company.
Massive. That's quite the conglomerate to take on.
Aren't they 80 to 100 billion or something crazy?
Exactly. Yeah.
So they're going to hire the best lawyers,
of course,
in the world.
Yes.
And so you and I are sitting on one side of the table. The best lawyers in the world, 22 of them, are sitting on the other side of the table.
Sure.
With the only thing that they want us to do is get the case dismissed.
Yep.
Not let it go to trial. Discredit us. Discredit our clients, and do everything they can to make this case go away.
Of course.
And then there's us. And so where ILS comes in is we come in to help the plaintiffs get the information that they need to win the case.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming being here in Southern Orange County and being in just, Southern California in general, there's probably a lot of different attorneys out there that are probably wondering how do they get in touch with you so they can utilize some of this service. So if you do, are you taking on new clients? How do people get in touch with you?
Well, I don't know any company that's not taking on new clients.
That's fair. True.
And I take on as many as I can get.
Wonderful.
There are any attorney or law firms out there that are doing mass torts or class action lawsuits. You can contact me. I'm Cleve Adams. And just see Adams at ilsteam.com.
Perfect. Well, it's wonderful. Well, Cleve, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about what you're doing. And I'm sure you're going to have a lot of success in this industry and you'll be helping a lot of people on the way.
Thank you very much. And I appreciate your time this morning.
Of course.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you being here on the Venture Science Podcast.